My name is John Fedro with the Real Estate Cash Flow Formula, and in this video we're going to be talking about why mobile homeowners, why some of them that purchased between 2000 and 2010 their brand new manufactured home and stuck it in a mobile home park, why some of them really screwed the pooch, and some of them are really in an unfortunate tight spot. Their options and also your options as a real estate investor. Now, in my course, The Real Estate Cash Flow Formula, in Module 1, one of the first things you're going to learn is becoming a local real estate expert in your local area. You have to know what homes can be resold for, what used mobile homes in parks can be resold for, and also homes on land, how much they can be resold for all cash, someone coming in and paying you just all cash. Because remember, bank financing on a used mobile home in a park, for most borrowers, is virtually impossible. Okay? So how much somebody will pay you all cash for your mobile home, and more realistically, because there's not a lot of cash buyers, what somebody will pay for you on payments, what they'll pay you money down, or a move-in fee, and then also they'll give you monthly cash flowing payments for the total price of whatever you can sell that home for. Now again, it's your job as a real estate expert to know rationally what homes can be resold for, okay? So that's what makes you an expert. Now us as real estate investors are to empower mobile home owners and mobile home sellers when they need to sell. I like to kind of liken our job to that of that show Pawn Stars. Most objects, when somebody has something to sell, let's say it's a Civil War rifle, and they'll bring in a Civil War rifle, and the owner, Rick, will look at the rifle, and most of the times he'll know just what it is. He'll be able to look at it, and he'll tell the model, he'll look at it and say, oh, this might have been used in battle, and tell a quick story about it. He's an expert in just about everything that he touches. He then says, well, it's probably worth, $8,000 at an auction, but I can only give you, $2,000 or $3,000. Okay, that's our job as well. It's to empower the owner, let them know, listen, here's what you can get for your home. You can probably sell it with a realtor, and maybe after a couple of months you might find a buyer with all cash, or you can sell it to us, and we'll give you X, Y, and Z. You give them a couple different offers to purchase their homes. Again, our job is to enlighten sellers with what they can resell their home for. Unfortunately, we're the bearer of bad news. We're the bringer of bad news because we have to tell these manufactured homeowners that just purchased their brand new manufactured home for anywhere between $30,000 and $120,000, $130,000, $140,000 for their brand new manufactured home that they just bought a couple years ago. But now we're telling them that, listen, I'm sorry, the market is what it is, and if you're looking for a quick all-cash sale, you're probably going to have to sell it for around $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. Now that's certainly nothing that they want to hear, and unfortunately, many of these sellers with new mobile homes, or mobile homes that were bought between 2000 and 2010, have existing mortgages on them. Now, I talk to mobile home sellers about 5 days a week, and just this past week I came into a rare example where a seller, I didn't even know their homes were sold for this amount, $148,000 brand new mobile home she bought in 2008, financed it with the dealer, and they moved it to a mobile home park locally in her area. Now, she went along a couple of years later, husband lost the job, and he was the sole breadwinner for the home, and now unfortunately they're behind on their mortgage payments, and they can barely keep up with lot rent. Now unfortunately, nobody told the seller that this situation may arise. She bought her home for $148,000. Can you believe that? It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's this huge double wide home that takes up about 2 mobile home park lots. I mean, it's huge. From the descriptions and from the online pictures that I saw, it's got 2 garden tubs, skylights throughout the home, fireplace, but $148,000. You can buy brand new homes on block homes, on lots in most areas around the country for that kind of price. So unfortunately, the dealers aren't exactly 100% transparent when they're selling these homes. Okay, so unfortunately, you're going to be talking to sellers that just purchased mobile homes, and they think that, well, listen, I just bought an $80,000 mobile home 5 years ago. I mean, I know they depreciate a little bit. Some sellers don't know that mobile homes depreciate instead of appreciate. Now the home they think is worth, well, I just bought it for 85 years ago. It's probably worth 70 now. I'll put it on the market. I'll get 70. Someone will come, they'll buy it from me, they'll get a bank loan. No! For most borrowers, bank lending on mobile homes in parks without land as collateral is virtually impossible. So what happens is these sellers, a lot of them go into foreclosure. And it's unfortunate because these are good, hard-working people. But unfortunately, nobody told them that, listen, if you can't make the mortgage payment, we're going to foreclose on you. And if you can't make the park payment, and the park payment, they usually give you about 30 days. After that, they're evicting you, not you, but the homeowner and their home. Now, most homeowners won't have money to pull out their home. Plus, this depreciates the home. It costs too much. And where are they going to move it to? So most sellers that are selling homes with high mortgages, many of them will end up going through the foreclosure process if they can't just keep their home. Or if they can't lower the price to, a third or a quarter of what they originally paid for. So unfortunately, we're the bearer of bad news. A lot of times I'll tell my sellers what we can do, and then also I'll send them to a local real estate agent. Or I'll say, well, try to keep marketing it. You sound like you have a little bit of time. Try and market it. That goodwill, that building rapport, if a seller can't sell in a matter of a couple weeks or a couple months, however long they have, they're going to come back to you because they like you and they trust you. But unfortunately, that first call you might have with them, and you tell them, listen, I know what these are selling for. You may want $70,000, but you're only going to get about $18,000 to $25,000. They're not going to like that. But they will like you for being honest. And especially because you slapped them in the face with that reality check, you're doing them a huge service. Okay, you're not like everyone else saying, well, no, I don't think I'll pay that. You're telling them, listen, if you expect to sell this home anytime soon, I want you to know the facts. That's our job as real estate investors. That's why I've been in business for so long. You have to let people know the truth that's out there, what they can resell their home for, and what you can seriously buy it for. And again, in Module 1 of my real estate cash flow formula, you're going to learn to become an expert in knowing what homes can be resold for in your local area. Without that, you shouldn't be making offers, you shouldn't be talking to sellers. You have to be an expert in your local area before moving on. And then when these homes unfortunately do go through the foreclosure process, because there's nothing we can do, we're not coming out of pocket $70,000 to satisfy this bank loan, okay? Then it'll go through the foreclosure process. I doubt anybody will buy from what I've seen, what my students have been seeing. So they end up back with an REO listing agent, and we can purchase those homes. The same exact 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom homes that were selling for $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 at the dealership a couple years ago, we're now buying for under $10,000, all cash. Okay, all cash. That's the name of the game. You can sometimes finance them if you buy a few from the same bank that's selling these REOs. But for the most part, we're buying them all cash, under $10,000 for beautiful, beautiful, beautiful homes. If you don't have that kind of cash to pay for homes, all cash, then that is fine. We're doing a lot of terms buys as well, and that's where we give a seller just a couple $100, and then we continue making the seller small monthly payments until their entire equity for their home that we're purchasing it for has been paid in full. So it gives the average investor, the average real estate investor, with a couple $100 to get their foot into the door of just about any manufactured home from a motivated seller. My name is John Fedro. Thank you so much for watching this. If you have any questions or comments, please comment them below. My website is therealestatecashflowformula.com if you want to learn more. Thank you for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.